Okay, so in this video I want to demonstrate how Bluebeam Revu can be used in the actual realm of BIM. BIM models and BIM modeling now has come to the forefront in the last few years, whereby a good deal of buildings, especially public buildings, are being drawn in BIM. And for example, I have a little building drawn here in Revit, and I want to demonstrate how users of Bluebeam can receive information from consultants who use, for example, Revit or Navisworks, and they might not have the particular packages to receive models. But with Bluebeam, you can actually take a model as a 3D PDF and get the same benefit out of it. Not the full benefit, obviously, as the full packages, but benefits such as information about locating building elements, their quantities, their material, and how they're actually put together to form the building. So I'm going to show you the plugin that comes with Bluebeam Revu in CAD and Extreme, and it sits here in Revit. So I'm going to show you in real time how quick it is to create a 3D PDF. And obviously that depends on how complicated your model is and how extensive the building is, but let's just demonstrate this in real time. So I press the plugin button, create PDF, ask me to save it. I've already got one saved from before, so I'm going to replace it. And it's starting to produce the model as we speak, and it's getting all the elements from the building that have been drawn up by the engineer or the architect, and it's creating them into this 3D PDF. And as it does so, it will automatically open up the model in Bluebeam. So here it comes now. So we can see there is our model. What we can do is we can orbit around the model as we do in Revit, just by using our mouse, clicking and holding down the left button. We can zoom in and out using the roller button. And if I just jump back to Revit for a second, I'll just go back to my model. Say for example this pile here, if I click on that, we can see what that pile is. It's a 600mm diameter pile. It's at foundation level, and that's the constraints, and that's just really how the person who drew the model has drawn it, constrained it, so it's actually going to be at foundation level. It tells you what it is. It's a concrete casting pile, and so on. And if I go back to my model now in Bluebeam, this is a 3D PDF, and I click the pile there, what it tells me, if I just spin that around 1 second, it comes with the same information as the actual Revit model. Now, if I zoom out a second, you can actually change the background colour on that to make it a bit easier to see the model. And we can do that by going to the model tree there and change the background. If we want to view certain elements of the model in isolation, we can turn off the model entirely. And we can turn on certain elements as we want to see them. So let's say we turn all the walls back on. So now we can see all of our walls in the model. And if we click on a wall, and we go back to our properties, it tells us what that wall is. It tells us, for example, the volume. With modelling, you have to take the information from the model as best you see fit for your own use. So, for example, if you were a QS or an estimator trying to maybe price this up as a model for costing purposes, it's difficult to price a wall as a volume, but you could get the length from the model, and you could get the height, which is there, 1400, and gives you your actual meter squared area. So that's useful. If I go back to the model tree again and I turn off all the walls, I might want to show the floor slabs. And the model that was drawn, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 types of floor slab. I presume these are concrete because there's 3 different types of thickness. If I put this tick in this box, I'd actually turn all the 325 slabs. And if I click on that, there's a slab there. go back to my properties, and it's giving me the floor area, it's giving me the actual thickness, and it's giving me a volume. It tells you where it is. So for QSs and estimators, planners, contract managers and so on, who don't necessarily want to get involved in BIM for drawing and modelling, but want information out of BIM models, but don't want to spend money investing in expensive packages and hardware to run that, by using Bluebeam in terms of Bluebeam Revu 3D PDS, it's a bit of a mouthful, you can actually get all the information you need from a model straight away in a 3D PDF. I can go back and I can turn back on all the model again. I can change the lighting of this if you fancy doing that. You can do different things, you can change things. You can show the structure as a wireframe. Not particularly useful for seeing everything. Which is that would be handy now if it was a steel frame building. But yeah, you can see a lot of information. You can play around with the model. You can see what's what. You can see where things come together. You can see, for example, this is actually a steel frame. If I zoom out again, I just have a model. That's obviously a concrete frame. There's actually structural steel work there. And if we go back to our properties bar, we can find out what it is. So that's a 150 by 250 by 8 kg per meter RHS steel. So you can see where they actually coordinate or join the actual RC structure. So very, very useful and very, very powerful.